we are going to finally be ripping up these disgusting carpets. So we are in the kitchen, and yes, it is a fully carpeted kitchen. The concept itself is disgusting. The reality is even worse. It is just the grossest vibe ever. I even feel like they chose the grossest pattern of carpet possible. This brown faux tile carpet. Oh my God, it's so bad. It really does show how much the videos are dictating how I renovate the house, because the reason I haven't torn them up is because I haven't filmed it yet. And every time I'm like, should I tear up the carpets? I'm like, oh no, I can't film that because I'm filming a different thing, I'm just like, enough is enough. I need to rip up these carpets. The reason that I have reached my breaking point is because in just a few weeks, one of my best friends is coming to visit. And I am not embarrassed about anything in the house. There are loads of rooms and areas that I haven't renovated yet, haven't made pretty yet, but I don't feel any shame about them because I haven't touched them yet. Like, I'm proud of the rooms I have done. Those are the rooms we'll spend most of our time in. And the other rooms, she'll just get to see the before and have to visit in a few years to see the after. It's all part of the big process. But these carpets are the only thing that actually does embarrass me. Like, they're so gross. They just need to leave before she comes. Okay, this is our first cut. Woohoo! Like that, it has begun. The goal with the carpet removal, is to cut it in like strips that I can then roll up. Oh, that's so disgusting. Okay. Oh, that's so disgusting. Okay, our first piece is done. Now only a quadrillion more to go. Before we continue on with destroying carpets, it's an Ariel from the future who is showered. I'm clean. I've forgotten about the filth of that carpet. And I am here to thank and talk about today's sponsor, Book of the Month. Book of the Month is an online book subscription for readers. Their mission is to help readers find new books that they'll love and to promote the work of new, emerging, and popular authors. Book of the Month's team vets hundreds of titles every month to pick 5 to 7 new books to present to you. You pick your book of the month, or now your audiobook of the month, and you can track everything and add all of this stuff in their beautiful new app. This month they sent me The Stranger Upstairs by Lisa M. Matlin, which hits a little too close to home. It's about a woman who buys a very old Victorian home that she's going to renovate, and she's making blog content about it. A little too familiar, perhaps, in my situation, and then it turns out that it's haunted. Ah! I think I need to read this for Halloween. I also got Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, whose cover I absolutely love. Thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video. I love working with them, and I think they have a really fun subscription. So if you want to check it out, you can get your first hardcover for only $9.99, or your first audiobook, which I want to try out for sure. So you can use my code Ariel down below. Thank you so much for Book of the Month. Check them out. Now back to ripping up carpet. So one frustrating part of renovating the house while you're actually living in it is that it's become harder and harder to do that without being a disturbing force. I used to I'll sleep in the guest room while I renovate my bedroom. That doesn't really bother anyone. Or I'll work in my bedroom while I renovate the office. That doesn't really bother anyone. But renovating the kitchen while people need to cook every day has definitely been a big part of the delay on why I keep putting it off. So I just announced to everyone today during lunch, I was like, everyone, this is going to be annoying for a few days, but I'm going to be ripping up the carpet. And honestly, everyone rejoiced because they all want the carpet gone. Another thing you might be wondering is typically when I have removed carpets from rooms, I will like completely empty out the whole room and then do the whole carpet maneuver. But with the kitchen, it's so much harder because like there's a stove in here and the fridge in here and the machines are in here, the washer and dryer. And I made the decision to not move those things until I like truly need to. And this is helping me get over this mental block that I have where I keep not working on the kitchen because I'm like, when is the right time to interrupt the entire kitchen flow? When can I work on these projects? When will I ever have the kitchen empty? And it's like, no, it doesn't have to be fully empty and unusable for days on end. I can work around stuff. We can all work through the work, cook over top of the work, and then that way I'm actually making progress. Okay, I have cleared out the closet that's under the stairs, and I've made a shocking discovery. It's not actually that shocking. It's just classic this house. Underneath, can I just grab it? Underneath this carpet, it's another carpet. Actually, this is sort of anthropologically interesting. This is the carpet that has not been tread on or really exposed to anything because it's been hiding under these stairs. And you can see that it's supposed to just come up in strips, in pieces. It's got this little foam layer underneath the carpet that the carpet is stuck to. Imagine if it was that simple. If I could just roll it up. Oh look, made in Canada. Support local. So now the question is, what's under the next carpet? I think it's just the wood. Oh, it's just the wood. That's the best news. Oh, woohoo! Oh, I wish it was like this in the rest of the house. I want to tell you about an epiphany that I had while I take a little break. There's a duck right there. I realized that I've been having a lot of anxiety about how I feel like my pace with the house renovations has really slowed down. Like I moved into the house and I was making crazy progress crazy fast, renovating rooms and getting stuff done, and consequently pumping out a lot of videos. My channel grew a lot, which was amazing because I felt like I was doing a project I really cared about, and I was making videos that I thought were turning out really well, and people were responding to it, which is like the best combo. Then I burnt out. Like, I keep trying to think that it's more complicated than that, but it's really not. It is a simple question of I burnt out. I was working myself really hard to try and keep up the momentum of keeping the channel growing and the videos doing well, and the videos that do the best are the ones where I do really big projects, so I need to keep doing really big projects. Duck attack. And so the result was that I was so exhausted and overwhelmed that I just really slowed down. I wasn't able to bring myself to do those big projects. I was also just honestly having difficulties with funds because the repairing the roof last year was so expensive that trying to do other expensive things just wasn't as possible. So the whole thing was stressing me out. And this led me to feeling like a letdown. And it's one of those mentalities that's just so counterintuitive because it makes you feel worse about yourself, and then you feel like you can do even less, and then that makes you feel even worse, and then you do even less. The good news is that I'm at a point right now where, like I said, I've had a bit of an epiphany. I've realized the house is a marathon, not a sprint. And that's such a boring realization, I suppose, but it's like perhaps the most important one I'm gonna have in regards to the house. If I was a television show, I should be making faster progress. But I'm literally not a television show. This is just me renovating a giant house by myself. I'm funding it by myself. I'm making it all up as I go along. I'm learning so many things, like as if I knew how to finish floors, like as if I knew any of this. I'm just learning it as I go. And I like that. I love that. And if I zoom out, if I took away the YouTube component of it, this is a long-term project. It's going to take me a really long time. And because it is literally just my life that I'm chronicling here, it ebbs and flows. There are periods when I'm really productive and months where I get lots of stuff done, and then months where I don't because I'm doing something else or focusing on something else. I am just excited that I've had this epiphany because it feels like I stopped in the middle of a hike and I realized I'd gone off the path, and that sucks. But that's okay because I've realized it, and I just have to turn around and walk back to the path. And the path is respecting the process and taking my time and going at my own pace. And so now I return to start ripping up the subfloor. I literally just had a tiny trauma flashback. The sound that the nails made as they left the wooden subfloor, just literally, it was a very strong visceral reaction I had. I remember this song and dance. So it was time to start moving these washing machines over so I could get to that last bit of carpet, and I thought I could do it without removing the hoses, but one was just a little too short, so I thought, no problem, I might get a little bit of splashing, but then the pipe will run out, no problem. The water will not be a problem. Well, let's do a little replay. I realized I was wrong. The hose was pressurized. I needed to get it off as quickly as possible. So you see me cranking and cranking. I point the hose at the sink. I realize everything's fine, and then I can laugh at myself. I make a bit more of a mess trying to reach my phone, and I call my boyfriend.
What's up?
Put shoes on.
What happened?
Well, this is a tap that I thought would depressurize, and instead has spit water everywhere.
Okay.
So I need you to hold it while I go turn the water off downstairs.
Nice.
Well, I was fearful that this video would have no climax moment. That was crazy! Everything is wet. Everything got soaked, including me. As I just said to Connor, you know how I've been dirty because of how gross this all is? Now I'm dirty and damp. I also just learned how a washing machine works. So I thought, I didn't realize that it was like continuously giving pressure. That was so silly. That was so silly. Okay, everyone, we are at the very end of carpet ripping up in the kitchen. I'm so relieved to be so close to the end. It's, I don't know, it's like 8 at night. So I just want to finish this and then go shower and then go lay down. I'm laughing thinking about the thumbnail image I took on the first day when I was like just getting started on this. I was clean, motivated. I took a cute photo. Now I feel like I'm one with the sludge. I am the sludge. Okay, we literally just have this tiny little piece left, and I think there's a weird hole under it. Ooh. Ooh, that's disturbing. You can see down into my cellar. We are in Progress City. The carpet is fully removed. The underlayment layer is fully removed. And my mom has done me the massive favor of properly cleaning these floors. I know it doesn't look it. The floors still look dirty. That's just because they're in really bad shape and very scuffed. But they are clean. And they are ready for painting, which is so exciting. So I'm going to move some of these machines around, get ready to paint, and do the first layer of paint. We are well on our way. Okay, everyone, I am in the kitchen and we have floors. We have real floors. Oh my god. I finished painting them last night. They've had the night to dry and we're kind of avoiding the room. We're not letting the dogs in here yet because it could use another day to just fully set. But we made lunch and it was so pleasant. We dropped something, we just wiped it up. Can you imagine our glee? They look amazing. They look so clean and good and fun. And there's lots of little things, like I obviously gonna have to paint the baseboard where I've scuffed it. But the difference, look at this. This doesn't look so bad, right? You go from the dining room that has the beautiful floors to this. This is fun. And then you can tell the difference when you go to another carpeted room. It's just not fun. Woohoo! Wowie! Speaking of hounds, here they are. Eddie and Doug. Oh, Doug's got a ball. I thought as a fun part of finishing off this video, I would add something that has been much needed in this kitchen, and that is a kitchen island. So I don't know if this is a permanent fixture in the kitchen, but I do know that in the temporary, and the temporary could be a year or 2 years, like in the temporary, this will be very helpful. We don't have a lot of counter space. The counters that are there, that's it. That's all that there's ever been there. So it's never been enough. I am very excited. I bought this little kitchen island. Doug and his ball. Classic, Doug. Classic. I bought this kitchen island. I'm going to build it right now and put it in the kitchen. And then the kitchen will have been massively upgraded. Hopefully this is just, the first big step towards that, but it is a big step. This is the problem with Doug. Always greedy for more. So I'm going to put on a podcast and build this island. Well, everybody, we did it. We made this kitchen so much better. I'm kind of in a happy daze today because every time I come in here, I'm like, hey, this isn't disgusting anymore. Like, I do not mind being in here. It doesn't, frustrate me and it make me angry in the way that it used to. The new kitchen island, I haven't used it yet. I literally just wheeled it in here. If you guys watched my video where I was experimenting with different design styles for the kitchen, I really wondered, should I have an island or not? And so it's fun to have one in a time when it's going to make a really big difference. Like, you can see how little counter space I have here. So this is like, we've doubled the amount of counter space. But it's also going to work as an experiment to see, is this functional for this kitchen, or is it too cramped, or like, should it be a different shape or in a different spot? So that's very exciting. But of course, the most exciting thing is just, I don't have carpet in my kitchen anymore. That is so huge, and I'm so excited about it. Thank you so much to you for watching this video, but also thank you so much to all of my patrons. If you want to support this kitchen renovation and this kitchen project and like get more kitchen videos, please do consider becoming a patron. I love my Patreon. I'm so grateful for it. So I'll do a little plug, even if I feel a little awkward doing it. Thank you all so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. We are on the kitchen journey after so long of feeling like nothing was happening here. It is finally happening here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.